right, all right, all right. Well, like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. Good morning, guys. We truly appreciate you. Welcome to the show on this glorious Wednesday. We are so grateful to be here this morning. We are super excited to be here. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team. That's with Cindy J. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right, guys. This is the guaranteed number one top ranked podcast in the area, and we truly appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Cindy J, good morning. God bless you. Good to see you. You're looking well. And how are you this morning, young lady?
Good morning, Sean. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this
It's
Wild and
Wednesday.
Out Wednesday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will catch you up on what has been going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We are also going to have front page news with Senny J, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So hopefully you all stick around for that.
That right. And since you said stick around for that, that brings up what I wanted to talk about, Cindy J. Uh, and good morning, guys. God bless everyone that's tuning into the show. And God bless all you guys and your families. I hope everybody's safe out there in this world. And speaking of stick around for that, I'm going to say this really early in the show today. Um, we want you guys to stick around for the show. And we definitely appreciate your commitment to the show, your support to the show. Please know that it is gladly appreciative to us and Cindy and Miss Miko, and thank you. And I know that the last couple of weeks we've been kind of, helter skelter with our schedule. And some days we're on and some days we're not. And I do apologize for that, for not making the proper announcements, which I should. So a lot of times I usually delegate that to Cindy J, who does a great job on posting when we're not on air. So I want to let you guys know that next week we're taking off, guys. Not like we haven't been taking off here and there the days, in these last couple of weeks.
I know they're hearing that like, are you effing kidding me?
Okay. And what we're going to be doing, yo, and
That's
what we
hilarious.
will do, what
Go
we
ahead,
will
Sean.
do. Thank you. Don't you love the way I deliver a story? But
We're
what we
taking off, guys, okay?
guys, we're taking off a week. Okay, Cindy's going to post that later on today. But I want to say that in making that announcement, uh, and all
we're
due
making
credit,
because we're making it official now.
we're making it official. Uh, um, and to the point, and I don't want to pat myself on the back and Cindy J and Miss Miko, which we should. You guys got to understand that we've been going continuously since last November. Understand what? Did you just hear what I said? Last November
It's wild.
of 2022. And usually what we do is every 90 days, I usually take a break off, 10 days we're out, whatever. We have overextended ourselves as far as the commitment to what we do here. Uh, so when Cindy said earlier in her preamble of stick around for that, this is where we really need you guys. If we're not on one day and we're not on the next day, don't discard what we do
Oh God.
because you're in this just as much as we are.
Oh God.
Just as much of time if you invest in this show, which we truly appreciate, we invest triple time in the show. Oh, LaShawn Brown Oliver, call me after the show if you don't mind. She wants me to help out with something, and we got the bowling tournament this Sunday, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. So please, this is not the time to discard your boy.
Oh, God.
I knew they wasn't going to do it. This show has unbelievable potential and going to different levels this year. But like anybody else, we do have to take time off. Now, you guys who I love, I love you guys.
Oh,
You
God.
guys have, if you have jobs, if you're blessed to have a job, before I yield my time to Cindy J, some of you guys take vacations. Oh, for sure. Do they still do that in the workplace in these days after COVID? Maybe
I
I
know
need to
I
take that statement back. But what I'm saying is this before I yield my time.
don't yield
When
it.
you guys take breaks and you schedule your vacation, I don't say to you, really, you taking a vacation? What about the show? We didn't take a break yet. So why are you taking a break? But I understand it. So to keep a lot of times to keep the dynamics going between Cindy J, myself, and Miss Miko, particularly in Cindy J, 'cause, she's a day one. Sometimes we need to take these breaks. It's like any relationship, you need a timeout. Now I know that some of you think that, man, and I love y'all for it. Some of you have the philosophy. I'm talking about the listeners, Cindy J. They have the philosophy. You guys should be on from 6 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. And we need 15,000 shout outs. And I get it.
Me
The
too.
show evolves just like everything else in life. I know you understand that we cut the time. The show used to be 3 hours, used to be 4 hours, used to be 3 hours, used to be 2 hours. Now we kind of condensed it into a 1 hour show. And
It
that's what
might
the
be once a week.
right. If it was up to Cindy J, you guys would get this show once a month. Trust me, for 25 minutes. And you know how many times I rejected that.
Oh, gosh.
But what I'm saying is, this show earns money and this show is monetized, but we're not at the level to where we could go back to 3 hours because somebody got to pay for that extra hour.
I'm weak.
And I'm just, being honest with you guys. You know what I mean? As looking at it as a business standpoint. So what we do is we're gonna do the Fast and Furious, moving forward, that 1 hour show each and every day until we get back to that point to where we can give you more of the show in the morning. Remember, this is a morning drive show. We do it Monday through Friday, 7:15 to about 8:15. And maybe as the time go by, and especially as the summertime, uh, maybe when we get back into the fall season, we get back to that 2 hour slot. But I will tell you this, and I'm yielding my time. You will get a total commitment from me to let you guys know when we're on and when we're not. So now I'm done. We're off next week, guys. And it's good. It's a great way to end the week. We're in this week, and then we'll all head on over to the charity bowling event where we all can see each other in person, and then we'll be at the Comedy in Harlem a few weeks later on May the 5th. So
The
I just
11th.
want to say, May the 11th. I'm sorry. I want to say thank you for your continuous support throughout the years. And we're here, and Cindy J and Miss Miko, speaking for Miss Miko, we are 100% totally committed to getting your morning started right. Cindy J, I yield my time to the Queen, and God bless
Hey, guys.
you. Now, remember, before Cindy say anything, listen, she's the one that says, Sean, them shout outs is done. And guys, I fought that to the bitter end.
I was watching an old episode, or Sean got hold of an old episode and was like, Senny, we used to do this shout out 3 or 4 times a show. I said, I know. That is a lot. I know, I remember. You don't have to sprinkle that bit of nostalgia on me. Y'all know I love you guys, but I think once on Fridays is great. So
Okay.
The
So
show flows better like that. I love you guys. I shout you out all the time. Keep the comments coming. Share the show.
so Cindy, well, let's just say this publicly to the people that are in the chat room. And please, guys, don't, because we're not on and we're off and we're on, please don't go, you know what, we're out of here. We're not dealing with the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Tea. I don't want you to feel that way. But if you do feel that way, then take your ass back to them boring ass FM stations in the morning.
Oh my gosh, don't make Sean start ranting.
Take your ass back to the wasteland of morning radio where you will never have an identity and nobody gives a damn about you. You're more than welcome to go back to that. To our beloved family members, we are here for you. Now, Cindy J just
We're here
proclaimed
for you
something.
when we're here.
Right, we're here for you when we're here. Thank you, Cindy. That should have been the closing words for the day. You're 45 minutes too early for that. Now, you heard it right now with Cindy J. And then we're going to move on. We will, this one thing we will promise. We will do the shout outs on Friday once a week. Okay? I know that's earth shattering news right now, but
News to
that's
me.
what we will do. And moving forward, for now, the show will be a little bit over an hour in duration, Monday through Friday. Uh, but we're taking next week also. We'll be back the following week. But what you will get, and even with the protest of Cindy J and Miss Migo, we will throw throughout the week next week some little shorts. They call them shorts now in the video. Little 10-second shorts. Where we might ask you guys a question and you just comment and answer while we're off for the week. And I hope you guys enjoy that segment that we're having when we off the air for next week. Of course, your beloved leader and your beloved king will start us short first, and then followed by the queen, Cindy J, and then also Miss Miko with her tips and all the things that we do here. So we appreciate you guys. I yield my time back. I yield my time back to the Queen, Cindy J. And God bless.
Oh my god. You guys, I'm gonna start off some entertainment news for you. It's a couple days late. I'm sure you guys have all heard about Don Lemon being fired from CNN. I know that there were some rumblings about it because of his comments that he had made. I had reported on this about a few weeks ago regarding his comments he made on Nikki Haley and her run for the presidency, possibly, and how women are past their prime, according to Google. Um, Women in their, they're only in their prime, I guess, up until their 40s. And, he was quoted with that. And that is a big contributing factor, they say, to him being fired. However, he is saying that he was stunned by this. He he stated that he was shared the news. Well, he took to Twitter to state how he was shared the news. He said, "I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. I am stunned." He said in a statement that he wishes the network well. He said to my CNN colleague, CNN. Oh, I'm sorry. This is from CNN CEO Chris Light or Leaked. He said, to my CNN colleagues, CNN and Don have parted ways. Don will forever be a part of the CNN family, and we thank him for his contributions over the past 17 years. He added, CNN this morning has been on the air for nearly 6 months, and we are committed to its success. Don Lemon, after that, did a tweet online saying, after 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved at the network. It is clear there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I have worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best. Um, a lot of people are, saddened by this. They enjoy watching Don Lemon. I thought I was like, they finally fired you from that mess up you did on New Year's Eve, which was so funny because I was with my mom and my grandma and we were actually watching it. And he was over there dancing and carrying on with the people while the ball was dropping. And I was like, oh, they didn't do the countdown. That's really interesting. Come to find out he missed it. He didn't even realize. So I was like, that's why they letting you go, Don. The year before that, you was drunk as hell. This year, you missed the whole point of you being there. But I think he'll be fine. He'll probably go on over to Good Morning America or something like that. And he'll be fine. Rick Ross took to social media saying that he has a spot for him over at Wingstop.
uh,
So it was
okay.
funny.
First of all, good morning, guys. Only person on earth where you get your morning started right. Shout out to the beloved Princess Cox No Pause, who God bless you. Princess, I don't know if you missed the announcement. We'll be off next week, and I do
You
apologize
can
for
watch
you.
the replay
Oh
if you
God.
missed anything in the beginning.
Oh Jesus.
This is live.
Boy, you just
Should be waking up earlier.
oh damn
But
sick.
carry on with your commentary about what
Okay.
I just said.
Okay. Princess, I've been shut down, and I'm too tired to fight. I don't want to fight. Uh, Danielle Williams, good morning. Dara Jackson, all of you, we love you guys, and thank you so much for always supporting the movement. And like I always say, and it's really true, we can't do this show without you guys. We're off next week, guys, but we'll do some video shorts. And remember, just for the record, we've been going since last November, even though we've been anemic with our schedule for the last 2 weeks. And I'm not going to explain myself no more. Uh, Don Lemon, who remember when he used to do New York, he used to do local New York news back in the day. I think he was like on WPIX. He was on Pix, and he was doing those type of street commentary kind of a guys. And then he
Yeah.
blew up and made it to CNN. But the problem is, when you come stagnated and complacent in your feelings of entitlement, you lose your way. And that's what happened to our beloved Don King. He was great in PM CNN because he would follow after Chris Cuomo at night. Was he very controversial? Yes. He disrespected every woman on earth by saying when Nikki Haley was running for president that she was, I think he said, I don't know what the direct quote was, she's past her prime, I think. He said that a month ago, and he caught holy hell for that. That was a really ignorant comment to make for a man that's so smart.
Yeah.
Then he got into a shouting match with two of his beloved co-hosts on the morning show, two conservative Babylonians. Now, a black gay man can get away with screaming on a Babylonian woman, but not at this level. Don King is great at night, but not good in the
Don Lemon.
I mean, Don Lemon. Don Lemon, sorry, let me write that down. Don Lemon is not, he's great at night, but he's not good in the morning. Because remember, they switched his schedule from the night, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and they put him on a morning show. You got to have a certain type of personality for the morning show. He was very combative. He was very condescending. He was very disrespectful in the morning
Maybe
on a
he's
show.
tired.
On
Tired as hell. For them morning shows, you gotta wake up at 4 a.m. or something like that. He's like, what the hell?
Right. And man, he's probably a type of guy like his poop don't stink and basically an a-hole. Now, the upper management is not going to deal with that. You are not, it's the same. I call it like I said last week, I call it the Lutelia syndrome. You can't be a black man going running around in a corporate office screaming at white women. You're not going or having sex with them. You, if you're a white man, maybe you can get away with it longer than a black man, but you can't be a black man, not only a gay black man, is screaming on white women in a corporate level. They are not going to tolerate that in the morning. And that's what Don Lemon did. And Don, honestly, the ratings were horrible with you on the show because your personality was horrible. The, like Cindy talked about a few weeks ago, Gail King supposed to come over to see CNN to do a show with Charles Barkley. Like Gail King, even like say if you had a morning show with not Dell, uh, 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 Gail King and Charles Barkley, that'd be a morning show. I would like to say, let me see what they talking about. Not Don Lemon. Don Lemon is too. He has zero personality and his entitlement level is on 12. He's very difficult to work with. So that's why they fired him. So then he gets mad because he got fired via the agent. The corporate folks went to the agent and said, "Yo, tell Don don't come back." And that was after the morning show. He did the show, he left, and then they called the agent. They said, "Yo, tell Don don't bring his punk ass back." And then Don makes a statement like, "Wow, I've been working there for all these years, and this is how they get rid of me." Yes, that's the way you're supposed to get fired. I've got fired from many jobs in my lifetime, and they told me not to come back.
Wow.
Put a number one in the chat room if you've ever been fired from a job. And how did you get fired? Give me 7 number ones. I got fired 4 times, and it was crazy.
My motto is to leave before that can happen.
Let's clap for that.
I've left. I'm sure they wanted to fire me. I'm for sure of it. I'm for sure. I was on somebody's list, but I got the hell out of there.
LaShawn Brown Oliver called me after the show. I don't know if you didn't. I heard my announcement before you came into the room. Now, I've never seen this before, but I heard horror flicks, Cindy, that in corporate America, when they fire you, they bring you into an office, you get fired, and then while you're getting fired, there's like security guards there. They escort you to your desk, get you a few things, and people see you walk out the door. Now, I've never seen this before. For your folks that's listening to the show, have you ever seen someone get fired? Or have you fired somebody?
Yeah, I seen it at one of my old jobs. They
Go ahead, talk about it.
they didn't let, but this was also like, I don't know, y'all. This was back when like I was in the office like 10, 15 years ago, right? And
Yeah.
they actually, they actually went to somebody's desk, like it was a manager, and they like took everything off her out of her cubicle, like pictures, her cup, like basically cleared her desk, put it in a box, and that was the last. We didn't even see her. She didn't come clear her desk. And it was actually a day, it was early though, too, because I was early to work. Like, that never happened.
Right.
And that's what they were doing. And somebody was like, oh, she's probably getting fired. They're not going to, because that was around the time when people were coming back in their jobs and like shooting people up and all that stuff, which is still going on today.
Right.
But they put in a new procedure after all that happened. And when somebody got fired, they would also, like when they came into work that day, they had to go right to HR. They had their box and then they would leave. Like you couldn't even
wait
go
a minute.
back
So, wait. So you're saying in this particular experience, when they fired her, they had already cleared her desk before she got to the job?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
So it's like there's no need for you to go over, no need for you to go back there. Like they
Gotcha.
took
Wow.
everything.
So let me ask you this.
And it was like one of those jobs like where everybody's like life was in their cubicle. Like people had blankets on their chairs and like little slippers and everything. But everything on her cubicle was gone. Like any little notes she had, like just everything gone. I was
Wow.
like,
So
people, we
let
had
me
like
ask you.
little stickies on the computer. They took all that like and put it in her box. I was like,
So right. So okay. So everything that's literally on the desk, other than the company owned equipment, they put in a box.
right.
So let me ask you something, because I've never seen this. I mean, I hear stories. I've never seen this before. And even on TV, they show movies. They show someone getting fired. Do people come to work my question is do you come to work at 9 o'clock? Let's say you came to work at 9 o'clock, and they called you into the office at 10. And while they're firing you, do they clear off your? Do you get the chance to go back to the desk? So once you
No,
leave the desk, there's no going back to the desk.
yeah, no. I mean, I mean, different places probably do it differently, but at this job, like, which I was kind of like, they could at least tell her, like, don't come in. Like, that was the part that bothered me. Why you gotta make somebody get up early, come in, get yourself ready for the day just to fire me? Like, you could have did that on the phone, sir. You could have told me that before I had this hour commute over here. But yeah, no, they would because they know that they're gonna fire you. They don't want to have a reason for you to go back and disrupt the workflow and everybody else. Because if you're clearing off your desk, everybody's gonna be like, "What happened? What's the matter?" And then the BS that comes with it. So they get it done. Like you don't even go over there. At least at this place that I was working at. It was at Samsung. It was a call center, but they didn't let they didn't let her go back.
Uh, well,
So it's like you
let
get
me get
your
the dog.
box when you
Let
go
me
in.
get let me get the dog. I gotta
Yeah,
get the.
so you guys
I
let
gotta get
us know if that happened to you because I definitely seen it happen, and it's embarrassing. It's like damn, but it's almost like you want to get the tea too. So you gotta find somebody that knows them because they're gonna call them after.
I find that very embarrassing, man. Okay, so I'll share, put it on one chat room if you've ever been fired from a job, or if you've seen somebody get fired from a job. Because I seen myself get fired from the job, and they blindsided me when I got fired. Because I'm like you, Cindy. When it's time to get fired, I'm out the door. You're never going to see me again.
Right.
I don't like that whole, confrontational. Like, hey, listen, you got to go thing. But it
Dara
happened to.
Jackson said that she has to sit with the director, HR director, and security to review a termination write up, and then security escorts them out the building. Oof.
Oh, so there's a whole procedure with this.
Yeah, that's what
So the
Dara
so
said.
the H right. So the
Dang,
HR.
Dara, you in HR? You got the backstory? What's going
Yeah,
on
Darren, what's
here?
that all about? Have you been fired from the job? Uh,
No, Dara's had her job for like how long you been at that job, Dara? She love that job. She love that job firing people.
I wouldn't want to be an HR director at any job in America. Vinny, I got
I
fired.
would. I would. That would be a perfect job for me. Come to me. What happened? Because we gonna get to the bottom of it. Racism? You said racism?
Cindy, and since you talk about that, I want you to pull up that Tucker Carlson story as well, because he got fired too. They both got fired the same day. That's an interesting story as well. Cindy, and before you pull that up, welcome to the show, guys, on your place on earth where you get your morning started right. We're off next week, okay? And thank you so much for your support and what you do with this show. Thank you. And we love you guys. Uh, Cindy, back in the day, I shared this story before I shared it again, especially for the new listeners. Uh, I was a bike messenger back in the day, me and Shaheed Johnson, and God bless him.
Don't be
And
putting
see,
Shahid's business out there.
and Cindy, back in those days, I was doing a lot of heavy cocaine. I was a cocaine addicted bike messenger.
Somehow that seems like it goes hand in hand.
That wasn't delivering the packages, trust me. So, Cindy, one day the dealer calls me up, man. He's like, "Yo, I got some stuff for you." It was on Friday, and like, we get paid on Friday. Back in those days, you went to the check cash, but they had no direct deposit. This was 30 years, a long time ago.
The dealer, as in the dealer,
The
or
dealer,
like your
yeah.
job?
No, the dealer, the guy.
Jamal
Julio
and
and
them?
yeah, Julio and them gave me a call at about 1 in the afternoon. They said, "Yo, come to Washington Heights. We got that chunky white."
Oh my god!
I said, "You got that chunky white
Oh my god!
that give you that drop drop?"
I'm weak.
So
Sorry,
Cindy,
this is a
now Cindy,
triggering
I'm on
moment.
six. Now Cindy, I'm on Sixth Avenue and 54th Street, and I'm delivering packages. I got my bike outside. I got the $2,000 bike outside. Remember, that's 30 years ago, so you already know what it is. Shaheed Johnson, I was getting money doing that. And Cindy, I had to get the chunk.
Oh my God.
So I had all these packages on me. They were like press release packages. They didn't really mean nothing, but it was a bunch of them.
Not they didn't mean nothing, but somebody was paying you to
Yeah.
deliver them.
Yeah. Right. So when he told me about the chunk, I had to stop by the office real quick, which was on 36th Street. And Cindy, I had to get to Washington Heights.
So what did you do?
So I took my messenger bag and I put it in the locker. Well, at least I thought I put it in the locker.
Why
But
didn't you
in
just
my,
take it all with you and
I
deliver it
know
on the way?
because I was a knucklehead. So Cindy, I leave the pack. I remember this is like 2 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I got all the packages there. Julio and them is calling me for the drop. I take my bike and I head up to Washington Heights on a Friday afternoon. I leave my messenger bag at the job. Okay, so we partying all weekend. I come to work on Monday, Cindy J. And the general manager goes, like, you gotta go in the office, we gotta talk to you. Cindy, I walk in the office, my messenger bag is there with all the packages that was in it that I didn't deliver on Friday. And I knew right there I was gonna get fired. And it was like, listen, we're gonna take care of this, but never come back here again. You're done. And I was like, oh my God, like y'all gonna fire me? Like, but I knew, but City, I didn't know. See, the the word got around to everybody in the room before I got to the job. Because that's why I walked into the job. I'm looking at like everybody looking at me really weird. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
So that's the embarrassing thing about like getting fired from a job. Now, was I supposed to get fired? Yes. What I did was a termination kind of an act. I'm not mad at that part of it. But the embarrassment of it was a lot to bear. And then, of course, I bailed out, F them and whatever. But that was my experience of getting fired. And then I said to myself, I need my messenger bag back. I need this. And Cindy, not only did they fire me, they fast tracked and gave me my check immediately.
Wow.
They added up all the bread and they said, here go your check. And now get out of here. Put a number one chat room if you've ever been fired from a job. Put a number two. Like Cindy's been fired from 15 jobs, but I don't think she's actually ever been fired because she's left. Cindy, have you ever been
I've
fired?
never,
Like in the room fired? Because that's the only time in my life I got fired from a job. Have you ever
no,
got fired in the room, like face to face fired?
no, I've never gotten fired from a job. Thankfully, because it sounds pretty embarrassing as hell.
Put on one chat room. Put on one chat room. Have you ever been fired from a job? Put on Put on one if you ever been fired from a job high on cocaine. Hey, don't forget, guys. A few weeks
I'm
from
trying
now.
to think. Oh, go ahead.
Don't forget, guys. Just a few weeks from now, we are Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. That's May the 11th. Doors open up at 6 o'clock. Showtime 7. So y'all come on out. We're live. We're podcasting live. We got the big comedy show and the after party with DJ Hot Sauce. My homegirl Stiletto from Baltimore is telling these jokes. So rock out with us. So we truly appreciate you. And also, don't forget this Sunday coming up, we have the Bar Duns Bowling Lane uh, on Nickel Street in Eastern Pennsylvania for our charity bowling event. Doors open up at 12. We start bowling at 1 and we go to 4 p.m. So that's 3700 Nickel Street, Eastern Pennsylvania. See myself and LaShawn Brown Oliver. Go ahead, City.
Yes, to continue on with the firings because it is a firing. However, all the news reports are saying Tucker Carlson and Fox News are parting ways, separating. Tucker Carlson is leaving. You got fired. I don't know why Don Lemon gets fired, but Tucker Carlson is parting ways. Okay? I don't understand what all that is about. But he got the boot. He got fired. He got canned from Fox News. Um this I'm sorry, Carlson's final broadcast of Tucker Carlson tonight, which I don't watch. I don't know anything about this show. Neither do I care. However, it aired last Friday. The show Fox News Tonight is set to air as an interim show led by rotating hosts. Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. They say we thank him for his service to the network as a host and prior to that as a contributor. Carlson joined Fox News as a contributor in '09 and served as a co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend from 2012 to 2016. News of Carlson's departure from Fox News comes days after the network reached a $787.5 million settlement with Dominion Voting Systems. Now, this is the voting technology company that filed a lawsuit against the cable news giant in March of 2021, accusing them of knowingly airing false statements claiming Dominion helped to rig the 2020 presidential election against former President Donald Trump. The company specified 20 broadcasts that it said were defamatory, including a January 26, 2021 episode of Carlson's show featuring the My Pillow founder Mike Lindell. Dominion and Fox News reached a settlement agreement just before lawyers for the two sides were set to deliver opening statements in Delaware court last week. The company's lawsuit against Fox laid bare the behind the scenes discussions taking place among top Fox News executives, producers, and hosts, Carlson among them after President Biden was declared the winner of the election. Um, in an exchange with members of his staff in early January 2021, Carlson had wrote, "We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait, and I hate him passionately." Carlson also called the former president a demonic force, a destroyer, in a text message to his producer following the assault on the U.S. Capitol. In late March, after those texts became public, Carlson said in an interview that Trump had called him wounded about those texts. He told the station, "I love Trump like as a person. I think Trump is funny and insightful." And after Trump was arraigned, Carlson interviewed him at length on his Fox News show. And it's just blah blah blah. But
All right.
he's um he's not working there anymore. So
Okay.
I guess good riddance. They're
Yeah.
just gonna put somebody else in his place. I mean, at the end of the day, they like you hired him to 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 because of what he does and him over here spewing this rhetoric and all this other stuff, and then you fire him for the same reason. So I don't really know what that's about, but they knew what was going on the whole time. If I was Tucker Carlson, I'd sue their ass.
Well,
Y'all firing me, but y'all the one who told me to say this.
yeah, it's weird. Like I think Tucker Carlson has enough of a following where he could do another podcast or do something. Like I think he'll be just fine. I do agree with you. Like you allow him to spread all this rhetoric and then you fire him. But the most interesting part of this story is the fact that the Dominion Voting Company, won this settlement for almost $800 million. And there's another voting company that's suing Fox News as well for $2.4 billion. And this is where the story's interesting. It's justifiable. This is a win for the truth. Your conspiracy theorists are ranting on platforms, spewing information that's not even true. But what you do is you're devastating the reputation of a company that has this pristine, clean image. That prove to you that there was no fraud in the voting system. And you still said it was a rigged system, or the vote was rigged and it didn't count. How you think that the Dominion Voting Company or any voting companies that make these machines, they make a living on their reputation. They have to be some type of high level integrity for them to stay in business. So if I owned a company like that and Carson Tucker and all these others are saying that the vote didn't count and I'm losing clients and I can't get no work and I can't get my voting machines nowhere, I'm suing you. Especially when I could prove that all I did was justified and there was no rig election. So Fox got sued. They had to pay out Cindy. They didn't even take it to trial. It was a day before the trial, and they said, you know what, cut them the check. And they got to cut another check. But what they did that was weird, they mad at everybody. They mad at all their personalities. And if you think Carson Tucker is the wasn't it Tucker Carlson is the first one to go, they're gonna fire all of them there. And that's what this is about. You're right. You let them talk and rant throughout the years about conspiracies and what's not true, and then you fire them. I do agree with you on that. But heads have to start rolling. This is the problem with social media. This is the problem with the dark web. This is a winner. This is a win for the truth. And you know how I feel about conspiracy theorists. They never have the facts. So Tucker Carlson, all the others, you sit there with your rhetoric that's not true, and you got fired. I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, I'm sure you're a multimillionaire and you're good. But Fox News, who try to switch up and go, yo, you know what? We kind of like an Entertainment Tonight kind of show. No, you're not. You're responsible for delivering the news.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorists, I just want to say this for this. I'm going to yield my time. Kiss my ass. I don't like you. Yeah, you could be a free spirit thinking person, and let's talk about the issues and let's talk about your point of view of the issues. Nothing wrong with that. But when you come with these false accusations and everything sounds so ridiculous, it is. If I was running Fox News, the janitors get everybody's fired. Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. Gone. Mailroom guy gone. People that got nothing gone. Everybody gone. You're out of here. Because now I got to spend $780 million and then another $1 billion. That wipes all their profit out for a year.
Well, then they should fire themselves. They should take away the whole network, including themselves, because they're the ones that knew it was all lies. So I don't know. People
You
be
don't you don't
saying,
have you listen, you don't have no argument with me with that. The board, whoever chairman of the boards and all of them gotta go. You're right. And the
well, people
whole thing.
are saying that CNN stays lying. So all of these places that we get our news from are lying. and
They
they're
should
all and they're all owned by like one big company.
they
So
should instead of Fox News, they should call it Squirrel News by now. Yeah, you're right. They all could lie. I get it. But they're the only ones that got sued by a company. The Dominion voting system didn't sue CNN, didn't sue the others. They only went after Fox because Fox was the only one that was spewing all this information that wasn't true.
yeah, but at the same time, this is why people are having conspiracy theories, because the people that we're entrusting to disseminate this information from the top are not doing it correctly. So it leads people to believe what is really going on and where are we supposed to get news from. So
Okay, and I totally agree with you. But if an organization can prove the fact, whether it's a news organization, the voting company, or whatever, if they can prove the fact that none of this is true, what happened? Only thing Fox and Tucker Carlson, all of them should just have said, "Oh, yeah, we apologize. We went a little left with that. It's not true. We apologize to Dominion Voting," and maybe they would have all kept their jobs. And that's the problem here. I know that we need to get to the truth, and I understand that. But sometimes with companies who give the truth, they suffer from it. They
yeah,
suffer.
but
These people don't
Tucker
get no work.
Carlson
They
is
all
just
no.
Yeah, but Tucker Carlson is just a pawn. The people that are really at these reporters get their stuff. You think Tucker Carlson is going out there getting his stories? Hell no. They write it up and they put it on a prompter and tell them to read it. So yes, but I definitely don't agree with his rhetoric, but he is just a pawn in all of this. And at the end of the day, the powers that be are still gonna be out there uh putting out this information. So, I mean, is it really a win? I mean, it's a win for Dominion, I guess. And maybe with this, these large sums of money are more so punitive damages to deter them from doing it possibly again in the future. But who knows what's going to happen? But good riddance to him. They'll probably put they need to get TJ and Amy Robach. Listen,
Yeah,
things are opening up for y'all.
right. Don Lemon gets fired and Tucker Carlson. Why not? Put him in there.
Put them in there. I mean, everything else is going to hell. What could go wrong? Um,
Put a number one chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number two if you're not. Remember, guys, we truly appreciate you. We are off next week. We've been going since last November. So please, we have some short videos throughout next week. And we appreciate you guys. And we love you guys to death. And thank you so much for supporting the show each and every morning. Thanks, Cindy.
yeah. Keeping up with a little bit of entertainment news. Um, Ime Idoka. Oh shoot, where does that story go? You guys all know, he was booted from the Celtics due to his cheating scandal with a higher up's wife. And he was engaged a long time to Nia Long. They've since parted ways. Nia is on her little eat, pray, love journey. And Ime Doka is now going to be the new coach of the Houston Rockets. Sorry, getting the hiccups. The Houston Rockets have hired Ime Doka as the franchise's next coach. They announced this last night. The hiring comes nearly 3 months after the Boston Celtics suspended and dismissed him for an improper work relationship. In his one season as a head coach, Udoka led the Celtics to an NBA Finals appearance against Golden State. The hiring is a coup for Rockets general manager Raphael Stone, who helped sell Udoka on the franchise's young talent, salary cap space, and chance at winning the draft lottery and selecting general talent Victor Wembanyama. Ime's intelligence, drive, and toughness were the traits we were looking for in a coach to lead our team through the next stage of our development. We were honored to have the opportunity to speak to multiple outstanding candidates throughout the interview process and felt that Ime's vision best aligned with the goals the Fertitta family and myself have for the future of the Rockets. Udoka and Stone moved quickly toward a partnership upon an initial meeting recently. Udoka decided against pursuing the Toronto Raptors job and other potential openings in this hiring cycle. The Brooklyn Nets considered hiring Udoka in the aftermath of their early season firing of Steve Nash, but ultimately decided to promote interim coach Jacques Vaughn. Udoka's ability to galvanize a locker room and command respect were an immense part of his appeal to the Rockets and the marketplace. Udoka led the Celtics to a 51-31 record and became one of 5 rookie head coaches to reach the NBA Finals in the past 25 years. So I guess he's on to different things. I mean, it looks like he was highly sought after even after the scandal. So shout out to him
Uh,
in your new adventure in the Rockets. And I'm sure all the wives were put on notice not to talk to him.
uh, Shout out, right? Shout out to the Godfather of Solar, Tracy Ray, who took a beautiful picture with Miss Miko the other day, and God bless you, brother. We truly appreciate you. Shout out to my beloved nephew, Lee Scott, and all the others. And don't forget, guys, what Cindy J was talking about, we're gonna shout out the room on Friday. So we're gonna show y'all some love. Uh what was the James Brown song back in the day? It's the man's world. Uh boy, this is bad. This is bad. I'm not mad. Everybody got to work. I understand, but some of these jobs are an elite kind of job, a position of integrity. I'm not saying that everyone's perfect. None of us are, including. I'm just going to keep it on to myself.
Not today.
But this is a man that, I mean, we all need second chances and third and fourth chances in life. I get it. But this is a man that can't be trusted in the locker room. I don't care what type of basketball experience he has as a coach. This is a man that will have sex with your wife or your girlfriend. He's going to do it. You think because you changed his geographical location that he's not going to behave the way he does and continue to? I hope that the man has changed and saw the light. You don't think this is going to bring a lot of attention on the Houston Rockets? Rockets, out of all the other candidates, who are the other candidates that you interview? You have to come up with this guy. He is a hot, horny mess. At least let him start like as an assistant coach. Like give him a clipboard. Let him work his way back up. Neil Long, well, he's done. And so now he's done. Now he got another check. He's gonna move on to Houston. He's gonna get him another broad. That's a wrap. But I don't like this NBA. NBA, I don't like. So my soul don't like this decision. You didn't even give him a chance to feel the opportunity that he missed. He immediately got another coaching job like that. Have we forgotten what he's done? He had sex with two of the wives in the Boston Celtics organization. So now, what if when the Houston Rockets go play Boston, he go up there? What is it now? What up, y'all? Yo, Jerry, how's your wife?
I'm back.
I'm back. I'm back, bitches. I'm back, bitches. What? And I long dick. Oh, sorry. And I put penis in your wife.
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry, Mom. Don't listen to that. To the WNBA, is it really a man's world?
It is.
Are we really having like at least suspend him for like 2 or 3 years? Like this is the message that we're sending, that this man can violate, run rampant through an organization. What if this shit? I mean, if that's the case, bring back Lutelius and Amy Robach. Why they got to sit on the sideline?
Because
This is not a good day for the NBA. This. If I was the commissioner of the NBA, I'd have said, no, 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 no. He's got to chill for a couple. We'll bring him back. He's got to chill for a couple of years. And I don't want him to be a head coach. You put him right back in the position of authority.
on Twitter they had it said Ime Udoka showing up in Texas, like, and it had a picture of Amy Robach and CJ Holmes. I was dying.
Houston Rockets, what type of organization are you? And the general manager, is that your man? You putting your man back on? Like, what's that relationship? Like, I need more questions to this.
No, they like the way he. I mean, a lot of people were saying that he holds his players to a high standard and makes them accountable for their actions. Or like they say that he's a good coach and he's straightened up some teams. So
To the
maybe
young
that's what
play,
they're looking for.
to the young players in the NBA, particularly that play for the Houston Rockets, keep that dude away from your wife or your girlfriend.
They're
And you
cheating
and
on
you
them,
have
and
and
that's
you
why
have
they
and
don't care. These people don't care. They all cheat. They all do. The homeboy was just upset that it happened to his wife, so he was trying to get some get back. He was probably cheating on her anyways. Probably why she stepped out in the first place.
I mean, it's fine, and you are right about that. But see, but in this particular situation, and others, like this has been exposed. You know what it is. I'm disappointed in the Houston Rockets organization. I
Damn.
really am. You guys are like the laughing stock of the NBA right now. The jokes are going to be flying all next year. I hope the Houston Rockets win about 5 games this year. Princess Cox, no pause, used to be a fan, I believe, of the Houston Rockets. Then I think he migrated to the Brooklyn Nets. Uh, this is an organization that takes pride in winning. Remember back in the day, they had Akeem Olajuwon and that whole crew, and they won the chip and they beat the Knicks. Remember, you guys remember that back in the OJ days. And you dumb down to this guy, Mr. Super Freak himself, Mr. Busted and Disgusted, Mr. I will have sex with your wife. You're gonna hire him.
I'm just glad my good sis Nia Long got the hell out of there. Cause now he's single and he don't give a damn about nobody. He's in the clear, so you know now he's gonna be running rampant. So hide your
Well,
kids, hide your wife.
that's right. I mean, he's gonna have sex with basketballs. He is a freak. He's gonna put the hoop net up his ass. He's nasty. Watch the cheerleaders. He's gonna make love with himself at halftime.
Oh my
He's
god.
nasty.
How you putting all that on him? He slipped up. He had a moment of weakness for several months and years.
The Houston Rockets organization, you're a joke. You're not even paying homage to your gods from back in the day to hire this clown. That's gonna have some. And you know what? This is what I want. This is what I pray happen. I hope that the general that what's the coach name again?
Who's the Ime Doka?
I pray that Ime Udoka have sex with the general manager's wife that hired him. Ime, I want you to smash the general dude who hired you. I want you to go after that wife first. You're gonna
Hopefully,
smash your wife, bro. How do listen? How do you have an interview with a dude knowing that he smashed everybody wives in of an organization and you're married? I
because
wouldn't do it. I can't trust him. I
because
can't trust this guy.
people don't look at guys who cheat like that. They look at them like he had a slip up. It's okay, and it'll be fine. That's why, because men are patted on the back for their, uh, you know, whatever you want to call it, their misgivings in the relationship category. Nobody holds them accountable, so it's fine. That probably didn't even come up. It probably wasn't even on their little radar. They don't give a damn about that. You ready to work, bro? Because we got it for you.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna say congratulations. I don't like that. It was too much of a mess. I didn't like the fact that Nia Long moved from the West Coast to the East Coast. He was smashing the realtor, smashing everybody, making her look real crazy out in these streets. I didn't like that part of this.
I didn't either, but she
All
got the
right.
hell. She did what she was supposed to do. Um, and final for my news, Joe Biden, which we all knew it was coming, he officially announces he's running for president in 2024. He has he's going to be 86 years old at the end of a potential second term. Polls and social conversations show uncertainty in voting for a president in his advanced age. The 80-year-old formally announced his bid for re-election via Twitter early yesterday, saying every generation has a moment where they have had to stand up for democracy, to stand up for their fundamental freedoms. I believe this is ours. He said, that's why I'm running for reelection as president of the United States. Join us and let's finish the job. Biden's tweet included a 3-minute long video. He called his reelection bid a battle for the soul of America in pushing back against MAGA extremists. The commander in chief launched his official 2024 run on the fourth anniversary of when he first declared his intention to run for president in 2019. Um, you know, I don't really know what to say about that. I don't really care. Um, where has Kamala been? And I'm sure now they're going to parade her around to get the black vote again. Um, these
uh,
student loans are still student loaning. You said you was going to
whoa,
wrap this up.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
So
whoa, 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 wait a
I,
minute.
you guys have fun with that. Do with it what you will.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Now, everybody that's listening to the show, thank you so much. Put a number one chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number two now. Now, what you're witnessing here is a woman, a young lady, our queen, Sydney J, preaching age discrimination, which is actually against the law in this country.
This has nothing against age.
The
People
moment that
online say he's too old, but I, I'm not for this. Y'all know how I feel about the vote.
we already know about the anti-government part, but you did practice age discrimination, guys. Did you hear what she just said 30 seconds ago? She said he will be 86 at the end of a second term in a condescending kind of a way. Now,
What? Because it's true. He's gonna be 86. To me, listen, you was in there twice when Obama was president. Now you got your term. Like enough of you, Biden, and you still ain't doing nothing for black people. So get out of here. And you want to tell us you're not black if you don't vote for me? Like what? With your racist behind back in the 80s voting for all these things to keep black people down? Like what are you talking about?
uh,
Tired of you. We just
he gave you
people just
he,
voted for you to get Trump out of office. We don't give a damn about you or what you're putting out there over there falling off bikes, stuttering on TV. Sit your
uh,
old ass down.
he
I
gave you
think you
he gave
crumpets
you a
with your
check.
wife.
He gave you a check. He gave you a check. He gave you a few dollars off your student
No,
loan. He
he
gave
didn't.
that.
Trump gave them
Uh,
checks out. If we
yeah,
want to
but
go for that,
yeah, he
Trump was
did. But
giving out checks.
yeah, he did. But he could have stopped that, but he didn't. And Trump gave his check. That is true. But he could. He had the power to stop that, but he didn't.
What
When your
check
gas
did
price,
Biden give
excuse me,
anybody? What check
excuse
did he
me,
give? What check
excuse
did
me,
he give?
when
What
your
check did
gas
he give?
prices was
What check?
$19 a gallon last year, he brought that price down for you. He got your,
What? He
excuse
brought
me.
it down for 3 days.
Okay, and then he got your beloved 6'7", 6'9" basketball star out of Russia. He did that.
Whatever.
He so don't say he didn't do nothing for black folks. He got black folks out of a Russian prison. What other person has ever did that?
He
You
did
can't
that
even get
for
you can't even get
Bernie.
you can't even get black folks out of American prison. He got a black folk out of a Russian prison. Now,
Fine, you vote for
should
him.
he run for president?
I don't give a damn.
Why not? Listen, I'm the eldest statesman of this chat room. I think I'm the oldest person here. Should I step down?
Well, depends on what day you ask.
My point is, yes, Joe Biden is old as hell. But has he acted presidential and has he been working as a president? Whatever way you look at it, you gotta say yes. Whether if you disagree with his policies, his procedures, whatever bills he signed and didn't sign, he extended COVID. COVID was supposed to be shut down a year ago. He extended a year. He did
Where
that.
is Kamala? Where is she at?
She's a vice president. They do nothing.
Where is
And she's
no, we
not a viable candidate to run for president at the moment. She won't win. She won't win. She won't be the president. Joe Biden, is he old as hell? Yes, he is. Look, he's got 79 years old right now. He's old
So why didn't they keep her in the back when he was running for the presidency?
because they're grooming her to be the president. So
Oh,
she's
are
got to do her
they?
term. But she got to do her time. She got to
By
do another.
sticking her to do immigration and then never seeing her again?
She's the vice president. The only time they need her if Joe. And listen, what are the probabilities of Joe dropping and hitting the floor? At 80 years old. She might be just literally a heartbeat away from being the president by default.
I need Joe to read the teleprompter without stuttering or squinting in order for him to even get a half a vote from me.
Gotcha. So, Cindy, if it's not Joe Biden, I know you anti-government, and I get it, and I know you want to move to Canada or whatever you want to go, or any other socialist kind of libertarian kind of a country, wherever that exists, or state. I would suggest you move to Vermont. But Cindy, what other than Joe Biden on the political side? I know it doesn't make a difference. But who would you name me a few candidates that if Joe stepped down, that you would say, you know what, it makes sense for him to run for president
I don't
or
even
her.
know. I don't even know who's the
Okay,
candidates are.
I'll give you one of our fan favorites before we go. The governor of California. What's his name again?
Oh,
Gavin Newsom.
Newsom? Yeah.
Right.
Newsom might get me out to the polls for sure. Yeah. Newsom, but see, all the people that should be running for president, they don't want to. You know why? Because they know it's a bunch of BS. All the people that should be running for president don't want that job because they always say, I can do more in the situation that I'm in than if I were to become a president and deal with all of the BS that's going on and all the red tape and bureaucracy and blah, 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 because they know it's all a facade and ain't nothing really going on over there. So I'll just settle for
So
hopefully
now
winning the
you got
lottery so I can afford to live in California.
gotcha. So now you might have a potential battle between Joe Biden, the old guy, Donald Trump. And listen, don't get it twisted. Donald Trump is about 80 years old as damn self. And then also King DeSantis of Florida.
Oh, disgusting, disgusting. And he's probably going to win. And he probably will win. That's how sick America is. Y'all going to vote for him. Y'all going to go out there and vote for Adam DeSantis.
Black folks, stay the course, and I mean, we're gonna get out of here. Stay the course and vote Democrat, even if it's painful enough to where you need to vote for Joe, because there's not another viable candidate on the Democratic side to go against Joe Biden. Because once you're the incumbent president, usually nobody runs against you, because of party unity. So, guys, tighten your belt. We got to vote for Joe. He's 80 years old, and Jesus Christ, Joe, please, if you win, live to your second term, because I'm terrified of Kamala Harris being president of the United States. This chick is not built for that type of life. At least you can say that about Joe, and you can even say it about Donald Trump. You can say it about our beloved president, Barack Obama. They were built. You got to be built to be president of the United States. Kamala Harris, are you really built for this life? I don't think so. And you get you first of all, you wearing those Hillary Clinton pantsuits. My God. Yo,
Sean,
yo, yo,
alone.
I hate the Hillary Clinton pantsuits that Kamala Harris wears every day. It's enough. And then you try to be cool by wearing some Converse and all. What's your identity, young lady?
Why does it, can they wear like skirts and stuff and dresses? Like, can they? Because the Panthers are killing me too. Like,
Thank you.
I would like to see them in like, something fitted, something nice. Like, I
Now,
can
do you
wear
hear that?
it to church on Sunday. Like, y'all can be looking fly in a modest dress. Like, what's going on?
Now,
Is
this is a woman, right? This is a woman saying that she's tired of a woman wearing pantsuits, and it's always the same four colors: blue, gray, black, purple. That's enough. Are you sending some type of optical message of power as a powerful woman by wearing these stupid pantsuits that you inherited from Hillary Clinton, who lost the whole presidency because she had no image, nobody gave a damn about her, and she wore them stupid ass pantsuits? So who's your viable choice? It's the 80-year-old guy.
I need to see all the contestants. I need to see all the contestants. When is the I need to see the what is it, the debate?
Do you really want to see that?
Call me when the debate start up because I need to see who all over there for the presidency before I vote.
All right. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed the show today. We'll be back tomorrow, we'll be back Friday, and then we're off next week. And we truly appreciate you guys so much for tuning into the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with Cindy J and Mr. Miko, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We love you guys, and thank you so much for rocking with us each and every morning throughout the years. And we appreciate you. Cindy, You have the and one more thing. Remember, next week we have some little video shorts. Cindy, myself, and Miss Miko will be asking questions, and you comment in the box. So we'll do that next week. So we appreciate you, Cindy. You have the last word, young lady.
Yes, I have the last word, and that is to I I don't know. Is that like a thing now? Are we like really doing that last word of the day?
Yeah, and it's funny. And the funny part is, you don't have a last word of the day. That's fine. It's okay. That's even funny to me.
I don't have one.
Okay,
I
guys.
want to say something witty.
Well, guys, check this out. While she's thinking about that, we see you guys tomorrow. We truly appreciate you. And we're out of here. Cindy, last words? Nothing? Okay. All right. All right.
I
Guys,
don't have it.
fine.
I
We
don't.
see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Come on, Cindy, let's wave at them.
Bye, you guys.
And
Enjoy
don't
your
forget,
morning.
about May the 11th at the Comedy Hall. We're out.